Okay, the next section of Draggin the Bow is basically going to be opposite from the hokum bow. And the hokum bow is the fancy bow stroke that you use like an Orange Blossom Special. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be playing one note on the high string and then two notes on the low string. And I'm going to play through this one time so you can hear what it sounds like. And then I'm going to play it really slowly and explain to you how I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to be starting out on my A string, and you want to put your second finger in the position where 3 normally is. So what I usually do is find 2 and then scoot up from 2 into 3. There's where my 2 normally is. So 3 is going to be here, and that's where I'm starting. I was playing my E and A string at the same time, but you can do it any way you want. E is going to be open. I play 1 on my E string and then 2 bow strokes on my A string. So I've got, and then take your first finger like you did at the beginning of the song, and you're going to place it almost underneath of your other finger, and you've got, and once again that's 1 string on the E, 1 bow stroke on the E, and then 2 on A. So I've got, and then move that finger down, first finger down, and then move it down again. And that's what I'm doing right there. So I've got, so each time I'm playing that, I'm playing 1 stroke on E, 2 on A. I'll do that one more time. And notice how I'm kind of out at the end of my bow. You don't want to do that up here. You won't get good bow control if you're all the way up here. So make sure you're at least at the middle of your bow. You can also be a little bit more towards the end for this. Now the next position that you're going to be in, you're going to take your second finger, which is on the A string at this point, and you're going to move it to the normal 2 position. And this time you'll be going from here, then you'll be adding third finger to the E string, and then going to your first finger, and then open. So if you notice the 2 here, it doesn't move. It stays in the same place. So it's E once, A twice. This is where you add your third finger, and then switch to your first finger. And notice I went from a normal 1 here to a low 1, so I've got, and then I do that again. And then I'm going to go back up to that first position where 2 is, where 3 normally is. So what I've got right now from the beginning, starting out with 2 in the high position, I'll do that slower. Change. Now at this point in the song, the fiddle takes like a solo because the guitar stops playing. You're going to vary this just a little bit. And it's a little bit harder to play this section, and this is usually where if you get caught up, this is where it's going to happen. So let's talk about what's going to happen here. You're going to start with 2 in the normal position again. So you've got, then add your first finger, and then flatten out your second finger so that it does both strings. Be careful it doesn't roll backwards or you're going to be flat. You're going to change pitches. So, and then add your third finger, pinky, back to third finger, back to barring, and then back to this position. So that little section was at that point, you're going to go back to the very first thing that you did. So we go back, we're in the high position. To the normal second position again. And then one time on this note. And at that point you're going to put your ending on there. If you've been looking at the other parts of Draggin the Bow, you'll recognize this. So all the way from the beginning now, playing it slow.